Hi, I'm Jake. It's April 13th, 2009, and I thought I'd just take y'all out into the field today and do a little bit of talking about bud break, however brief. I'm standing right now in the block of our Red Winery Road vineyard that we budded over last year, that we grafted last year around this time, or a couple months after this, to Cabernet Franc. And I wanted to show y'all what that looked like. You remember when we grafted those vines, we cut them off and then put a little bud, one on each side, and taped it up and then left it. And we brought you back a little while after that, and you could see that those buds had started to turn green, that they'd started to grow a little bit. Well, they went ahead and grew through the summer, and then like everything else, they went dormant, and we pruned them back and took a couple of vines, whatever was available, and trained them up onto the trellis. So this right here is an example of one of those Cabernet Franc vines after it's been pruned that we grafted just last year. So each one of these little buds, this is what we call bud break, and you can see how these buds are a little bit fuzzy. That means the vine is coming out of dormancy. And these little buds here will all turn into growing shoots, and theoretically each one of those growing shoots will then actually produce fruit. So there are a lot of fruiting points on this vine. So this is right across the avenue from where we just were. That there is what we grafted last year. This is what we grafted the year before. And I came out and showed you these vines. I think I stood at this very vine right here when it had fruit on it and showed it to you last year. Anyway, this cane here, look at the skin on this cane. Well, for one thing, you can see that this is the springtime. The vines have come out of dormancy, and these are way more advanced than the ones that we just looked at. They're just bigger, stronger, and better performing. But the skin on this here will tell you that this is first year growth, and this is second year growth, and this is the old growth of the vine. So this is what came out in year 1, this is what came out in year 2, so on. This here is a Cabernet Sauvignon vine that's probably in the area of 20 years old. You can see it's got this gnarly old trunk covered with this scabrous stuff that I think it's really beautiful. I'm not alone in that. And you know, Cabernet is not a particularly early variety, which is one of the reasons that frost isn't a huge issue out here for us. Usually, well, the later it goes in the year, the less likelihood there is of frost, of course. The more it goes towards summer, the less likelihood there is of frost. And so if you have vines that take a long time to actually put on leaves, those vines are less likely to be frost burned. This here, just as a point of interest, this is a place where there was a little bit of a disease in the vine, and when we were pruning, we took this and bridged that gap there with this new piece of fruit, with the idea in mind that there won't be anything happening in here in this void zone, but that the healthy new growth off this part of the vine that's closer to the trunk will come in and fill that space, so that hopefully we'll get some fruit in there. Everywhere you see things budding out here is where you're going to end up hopefully seeing new canes and new fruit. So that's about it. There's not a ton out here to see this time of year. In my opinion, it's probably the most beautiful time for the valley in general, because things are kind of quiet and just starting to really get going. But I wanted to show you bud break because that's kind of an introduction to our next video, which is about frost protection, and which I think you're gonna like. So check back in. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Hi, I'm Jake. What am I doing? Okay, I haven't done this in a while. Are we rolling? Is it rolling, Bob? Hi, I'm Jake. I did the hand. Okay, I'm not going to do the hand anymore because I'm self-conscious about it.